Hey everybody, welcome back to Run and Gun, and in this episode, I am extremely sick. So, this episode, we're actually going to talk about bucket lists. No, I'm not dying. That's not why we're talking about bucket lists this week. We're going to talk about bucket lists because I had some time to sit and actually do some thinking, actually come up with my own bucket list. And bucket lists are a great way to take that first step to realizing your goal, put it on paper, and actually make it achievable. So, as you guys know, I wasn't able to put out a video last week. I'm really sorry about that. I actually had the awesome opportunity of flying around the country and doing some After Effects training and teaching some basic animation to some people in the Air Force. That was an absolutely awesome opportunity. Got to fly around the country. I spent all of last week doing that. I didn't have time to edit or upload anything. And in the process of that lack of sleep, all that traveling, everything, and touching weird things, germs everywhere in the airport and the planes, lots of sick people. I got really sick, and I'm still kind of sick, but I wasn't going another week without making a video for you guys. I had a lot of time to think on the plane. That was such a great break that I needed last week. I came up with 30 or 40 new video ideas for you guys that I'm starting to work on. So I'm gonna try my hardest not to skip a week again. I'm gonna be moving to New York in a couple weeks. That's gonna be a huge thing for me. Maybe I'll see if I can hunt down Casey Neistat. That's one of my goals. Maybe hunt down's the wrong word after he just had somebody break into his office, but I'd love to meet with Casey Neistat. He probably doesn't want to meet with me. I really don't have much to offer other than maybe some photography and some animation skills and some experience. Casey, I know you're not watching this, but would love to meet up with you when I'm in New York. I'll be there for a year. Just saying. So yeah, I'm moving to New York. I'm going to school for a little bit, taking a little bit of a break from the military, and then I'll be going back to the military for a couple years before I get out. So that's kind of what's going on in my life. But like I said, we're talking about bucket lists. Bucket lists are a fantastic way to actually break down some of the ideas that you have in your head and put them on paper. Make them real. That's the biggest thing. Make those goals real. So then you can actually take another step towards achieving them and actually do something about it. It's okay to have cool dreams and big ideas in your head, but unless you actually act on those ideas and do something about it, you're never going to reach those goals. And that's the same for me. If I have a bunch of cool ideas and I never do anything about it, I'm never going to reach those goals, and that's no fun. I don't want to get really deep here, but we only have so much time on this earth, and bucket lists, I think, have a negative connotation about being about death, and they're not. Bucket lists are about your lifetime and all the awesome things you can do during your lifetime and the achievements and the goals you can reach. Think about a bucket list. It's not a will. It's not something that has to do about death. It has to do about life and being alive and enjoying and celebrating that time while you're alive and doing awesome things. And so write those things down that you want to do. I made my own bucket list. The first one I made, I think, was about 10 years ago, and I just remade mine recently. I'm going to hang it up somewhere. It's not going to be here. I'm going to wait till I get to my new apartment. I'm going to print it out really big, and I'm going to hang it up somewhere where I can see it, and it's a visual reminder, kind of like a visual idea board of things that I can just stick a pin in and say, I did that, I accomplished it. I'm a slightly better person, or I'm a little bit happier now. I feel more successful that I accomplished this thing. Your bucket list is going to change. You're going to check things off. You're going to realize things on your bucket list aren't as important as they were when you made it. A bucket list you would have made, or I would have made 10 years ago, and I made one 10 years ago, it looked a lot different than the one I made a couple weeks ago. And it's going to look a lot different than maybe one that I make 5 or 10 years from now. Your goals change. Keep updating that bucket list. And I want to hear from you guys. What are maybe your top 3, 4, 5 things? Maybe what's your top 1 thing on your bucket list? Drop it down below. Everyone's bucket list is going to be different. Everybody prioritizes or categorizes things different, and different things are more or less important to different people. So you can't judge people based on their bucket list. It's all about you. I will upload my bucket list. I'm going to put it on Twitter, I think. I actually just started a Twitter account for the Run and Gun channel. It's actually at Run and Gun YT. And if you want to see my bucket list, check that out on Twitter. If you want to share your bucket list with me, I figured maybe starting this Twitter would be a better way to communicate with some of you guys and girls on my channel. So that is it for this episode. Make sure that you're making a bucket list. Make sure that you're making your goals real. I hope you guys like this video. In the next video, hopefully I won't be so sick. I'll be feeling a little bit better. My throat won't be so scratchy. Make sure you guys subscribe if you like photo talks. Hit that like button. And until next time, I will see you guys next week. Get out and go shoot.